Thanks a lot. Spending time with your kids can make a big impact in their life later on. And to give us a better idea of quality versus quantity of time spent this morning is Martin Calder. Thank you so much for being here this morning. So I always hear this, and this is something that my mom, I feel like my mom taught me because she was a working mom, always running around crazy, and she had 5 children. And it was something that she always thinks back and says, I wish I would have just stopped and not worried about cleaning the kitchen and not worried about doing this and just played more. So tell us a little bit more about quality versus quantity.
I think that's a good point with her being a working mom, and even more nowadays we have a lot of parents, a lot of activities that the kids are involved in. And I think excuse me, one of the things you have to really realize is what works for your family. And so, and involve the kids. If they're school-age kids and they, you know, a lot of kids will say, well, I've got this concert coming up and this party and that kind of thing. And if the parents can kind of plan that and say, maybe the child would like you to be in the school classroom and in the Halloween party versus, you know, some concert that they are involved in. You know, where they can kind of introduce you to their friends and, oh, this is my mom or this is my dad and this is what he does. And so look at what really kind of works for them and what they're interested in. And then you're going to have to prioritize. You know, is it the kitchen? Is it an activity? Is it maybe doing some special things with the kids separate from a traditional party or something at school that's put together?
Yeah, absolutely. And it does seem like national news and things always comes up with statistics of even like intelligence levels and things with time spent with your children playing rather than putting them in a dance class or something like that. So it's kind of interesting that, you know, playing Barbies actually gets more, you know, out of rather than going to a dance class and learning basic steps and things like that.
Well, what you talked about before with Doug is about play therapy, you know, and how kids work through a lot of things in play. And it's great insight for parents to be able to do that. And activities are great, but the kids also have need to have a chance to be kids and to be able to spend good time with their parents in very natural ways rather than so much structure. I mean, I grew up playing basketball, and but in my day, it was just on my own for the most part, except during this basketball season. But that was a great time to shoot baskets with my dad and to get to know him and do that kind of stuff rather than go to 3 basketball camps or things like that. So, you know, we have to look for balance with the kids as well. And we're the parents, and like I said, we have to say this is time I want to spend with my child versus just all these activities, everything possible the child could be involved with.
And sometimes, like you were saying, with the kitchen or with things like that, it'll get done. Just spend time with your kids and teach them to, you know, to enjoy life, especially when they're young, because once we get older, it's just chaotic and crazy.
Oh yeah, so. You know, unless your house is turning into the episode of Hoarders, you're probably okay. You know, you can
if you're one of those, you need to clean your house a little bit first.
Yeah, that's a little bit different, but you know, a few dishes on the thing, the counter not done, and time with your child, that's great.
All right, well, thank you so much. Some really great information. We'll have all the details of this on our website and our Facebook page where you can check it out. Plus, we'll have the details on how you can get a hold of Marty if you need to. Right now, let's send it back over to